Tides of Time, very small game from Portal Games. The author is Christian Corla. This is really a small box, very portable, and it's just for 2 players. You play very quickly, 20 minutes, and oh, it has a seal of excellence from Dice Tower. What is Tides of Time? So it's a good filler, or if you're stuck with just another player, it's a card game where you'll be creating kingdoms that would stand the tides of time. So the theme here is, to be honest, a bit irrelevant. But the art is worthy for you to take a look, especially the box. The box itself is very inviting with this monument kind of thing, which invites at least me to get to know more about this game. So let's see what is inside. We start with manual, which is just a A4 piece of paper describing how the game is played. Then there's also a notepad, a very big notepad. So the game publisher envisioned that you would play 100 times. This is where you score the points for both players on the first round, second round, and third round. So this is played on third round, 3 rounds. Also, they were kind to also send a pencil inside, which could be tricky because it's also near the cards and some people may not want to damage them. These are tokens for you to mark some cards. And last but not the least, there's the deck. So there's a quick reference guide here to help you explain the game and the suits, etc. And there's some publicity of, well, there's a digital version of the game. Right. And then the game comes with these 18 cards, which is just, the game is just this, 18 cards that you'll use. I'll show you the cards now, and then I will explain how the game is work. So every card will have a suit. This is like the crown cards. Not sure if they have names here. Yeah, I don't know the names, but let's call it the crown cards. And then there's an effect they do. So, for example, when you're scoring for each blue card, it's another suit, you will get 3 points. And then this card is the Eternal Palace. We can see the Eternal Palace back there. The King's Nest. Always the same thing, palace or king, crown cards, and then the effect, which will allow you to win if you are tied with the other player. The, what's that? Molehill. There's a molehill, very spiky, the molehill. If you have majority in all the suits, it's only 1 card, you get 8. If you have majority in suits, you get cards, so 8 points, it's a lot. Okay, so this is that. These fonts are difficult for me to read. The what? Pillars. The sky pillars. The sky pillars. Okay, we can see they are pointing to the sky. So for each set of blue and green, you get the 5 points. This looks like something from the Lord of the Rings. The Roof of the World. The Roof of the World. That's a strange name for a mountain. Double the amount of your most numerous suits. So it will be and this card doesn't have a suit, but it gives you the double amount for scoring purposes. Oh, this one is upside. No, it's not. It's not upside down. It's a blue card. If you have majority in pink, you get 7. It's the Great Library of what? Allen. Strange. A Great Library. Now the Gardens, which is a green card. God's Bath. You get points for red cards. The Ancient Divide. It's a big city with a castle. Gives you a majority in red. Gives points. The Vestibule. Looks like the foundation. For each crown, you get 3 points. The Mana Well. The Mana Well. Okay, the Mana Well. So this gives lots of score, but you need sets of 3 different suits, which is hard to accomplish. You will understand why. The Maze of the Damned. If you have 1 of each, 13 points. Also quite difficult to achieve. Majority in blue gets 7 with the Old Man's Pass. This looks like Game of Thrones. For scoring the highest with a single card, you get 8. If you scroll the highest with just a single card. The Sapphire Port. The Fin Shackle. Fin? Is it Fin? Oh. Tin Fin? Let's say it's Fin. Fin. And then, oh, this is the one from the box cover, right? It's the Golden Ziggurat. This, although it doesn't look like a ziggurat, only we can see the ramp and the levels, but this part here, this is not a ziggurat, but gives you majority in crowns. The Blood Tear Spring. Is that a Blood Leer? Okay, it's another castle. This one looks more Arabic there. Oh, the last two. So this is only 18 cards. The High of the North. So it's a big castle within the snowy peaks or something. For each suit you don't have, you get 3 points. So this will be a strategy of focusing in just 1 or 2 suits. And the last one, the Citadel of the Prophets. Big walls, big columns there. The Citadel of the Prophets. Okay, so yeah, this is like the game with less content, but the way the game is played is, so in the beginning, both players will get 5 cards. Okay, and then you look at the cards, and based on the information you have, you choose one and you put face down here. And the other player in front of you is doing the same, and he chooses a card. Then what you do is you reveal at the same time, and then you explain the other player what the card does for him to know what you're trying to do. And then you give your cards to the other player, and you get from the other player the 4 remaining cards that he didn't choose. So this is a drafting mechanism in this game. This is a drafting game. So then you look at the 4 cards you got, and again you choose one and give the remaining ones to the other player. So if you keep doing this until you end up having, in the end of the first round, you end up having in your kingdom 5 cards. And these 5 cards, they will need to combine with each other for you to score. So you go one by one and you see how much you score. So for example here, this, if you have majority in pinks, you would get the 7 points. So if I would be the only one with pinks, I would get the 7 points, and you go and see the scoring opportunity for all the other cards, and you take note. You take note here, you put your name and you take note of the points of all the cards. That's it for the first round. Then what you do is you take all the 5 cards to your hand, and then one of them, you choose one of them, you put it face down, and you use one of these things to mark it as being one of the cards that you're trying to save for your kingdom. So from now on the second round and on the third round, this card will be present here. So you're starting to trying to build an engine that is, this card will be critical for that. Then with the remaining cards, you also choose one and you discard it and put back into the box. So you end up, you and the other player, you end up with 3 cards. So you go to the deck, you draw 2 more, and then the second round starts. While you choose a card, the other player chooses a card, you reveal, you also reveal this one because it's not hidden anymore. You keep this on the card to mark it as being one of the cards that you decided to keep. You cannot put it back on your hand. And so you keep sending and drafting until now, on the end of the second round, you will have 6 cards in your kingdom. You score everything again, you and the other player. You get all the cards back to your hand. You choose another one to be kept for the third round. You discard another one to the box. You draw 2 more from the deck to have 5 cards in your hand. And you start the third round, where in the end you will have 7 cards in your deck, and you do the final scoring from those 7 cards. Then you just need to sum the points that you got from the first round, the second round, and the third round, and see your final scoring. And if you are above the other player, you win the game. And I was just checking here, so in case of a tie on the points, super rare to happen, you share the victory, and they say, let's play a rematch. There's another version of this game, which is a Cthulhu version. I also have that, so I'll bring it to the channel as soon as possible. But yeah, this is super simple. This was Tides of Time, game from Portal Games. You can find it very cheap. Yes, I found it like very cheap, and I wanted to take the opportunity. For traveling, it's quite packy for you to take it somewhere. Personally, I don't like that much two-player game because you need a specific moment to have to play a two-players game if you have many people around you. But sometimes you only have one other person and you want to play those two-player games specifically that were made for two players, the dual games, etc. So yeah, rarely I have those occasions. If you do, then give a chance to Tides of Time. So I hope that you like this video to the point that you consider hitting that subscribe button and activating notifications and sharing with your friends. I have a big playlist full of war games, as well as playlists for all the other major card games out there. As well as, if you like podcasts, there's the Table Talks, where I'm interviewing people to get to know their projects, their stories, and their profiles while playing board games with them. So I definitely think that you will find interesting content in the channel to consider subscribing and to be part of this community. Thank you very much, and I hope to see you in the next one. Goodbye.